This is about a lot more than abortion. I hadn't read the whole opinion at that time. But this reminds me of the debate with Robert Bork. Bork believed the only reason you had any inherent rights was because the government gave them to you. If you go back and look at the opening comments of the Bork-Biden when I was questioning him as chairman, I said, I believe I have the rights that I have, not because the government gave them to me, which you believe, but because I'm just a child of God. I exist.
What? Hey, what's up, everyone? Jazzbro Gonzo here. Another episode of What's Next. Happy Thursday. And of course, as always, it's about facts and common sense. Well, those two last words, facts and common sense, do not apply to this next story, especially to this one person. Of course, cognitive abilities do not apply to this guy either. And of course, we know who we're talking about. Yes, one Joe Dementia. Let's take a look. Devout Catholic Biden torched for appealing to his rights as a child of God to justify baby murder. Oh, I'm sorry, abortion. Pretty sure God doesn't want his children murdering viable unborn human beings. But let's hear it from Dementia Boy himself.
The only reason you had any inherent rights was because the government gave them to you. If you go back and look at the opening comments of the Bork-Biden when I was questioning him as chairman, I said, I believe I have the rights that I have, not because the government gave them to me, which you believe, but because I'm just a child of God. I exist. I delegated by joining this union here to delegate some obligation, some rights I have to the governments for social good. So the idea that somehow there is an inherent right, that there is no right of privacy, that there is no right. And remember the debate we had.
That has nothing to do with abortion.
Debate about
right of privacy does not have anything to do with abortion.
Versus Connecticut. There had been a law saying a married couple could not purchase birth control in the privacy of their own bedroom and use it.
All right, let's stop it right there because now he went on it. Now he's going on a tangent. All right. Conservatives on Twitter were appalled Wednesday after Joe Dementia defended abortion by appealing to his natural rights as a child of God. One claimed that the president, quote, just made the case against abortion in his efforts to stump for it. Devout Catholic Biden's latest rhetoric blunder happened while talking to the press on Wednesday when he elaborated more on his stance about the leaked SCOTUS opinion draft by one Justice Alito, seemed to poise to overturn Roe v. Wade, and I pray that it does. This is one Twitter. Biden literally just made the case against abortion. Quote, this reminds me of the debate I had with Robert Bork, he said. Bork believed the reason you had inherent rights is because the government gave them to you. The president recalled his 87 comments to Bork when I was questioning him as chairman, which seemed a little muddled. I said, I believe the rights I have, not because the government gave them to me, which you believe, but because as a child of God, I exist. I delegated by joining this union to obligate some rights. That's exactly how he said it. I have to the government for social good. While parts of his response were unintelligible, conservatives on Twitter slammed Biden for daring to say he believes his rights given to him as a child of God to justify the defense of abortion. Ned Ryan, pretty sure God doesn't want his children murdering viable unborn human beings as nauseum. I know, crazy thought, and outside the box thinking on my part, but maybe just think about it. American Majority CEO Ned Ryan blasted Biden, having his doddering fool as a president as the greatest threat to our country has faced in nearly 70 years, tweeted Texas Republican Party Chairman Matt Rinaldi. President Biden using child twice in 2 days in rather contradictory ways. Pluribus editor Jared Beyer pointed out while sharing a screenshot of a transcript of Biden's abortion statement from the day before, which the president used the phrase, choose to abort a child. Jerry Dunleavy, Biden says, there are rights I have, not because the government gave them to me, but because I am a child of God, I exist. He makes the argument to support the right to abort unborn children of God, which exist. Washington Examiner journalist Jerry Dunleavy tweeted, Biden says there are rights I have, not because but because I'm a child of God, I exist. He makes the argument to support the right of abortion unborn children of which God exists. Biden literally just made the case against it. House Republican Twitter account echoed a President Ronald Reagan quote to counter Biden: "Everyone who is for abortion has already been born." Well said. Of course, Ronald Reagan with the roast and the facts. This is a quick one. And once again, Joe Dementia shows his dementia. A supposed devout Catholic who believes in child murder. A supposed devout Catholic who believes in tranny madness. A supposed Catholic who believes that the traditional family is in the past, that it needs to be changed, that there are birthing persons. Well, of course, as we all know, that he can't define what a woman is. Of course, now there are protecting women's rights. All of a sudden now, birthing persons have, poof, gone, do not exist anymore. And of course, those birthing persons are going to be very angry and clutching pearls and panties bunching. But again, the non-self-awareness, and that has become a phrase that has been used as of late, especially in the last week, is unprecedented. But then again, this is Corn Pop Joe that we're talking about. We're not talking about someone who actually has his head on straight. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.